Hello, friends. Welcome back to Strength and Opening 101. I am in the midst of travels, and because of the midst of travels, I am getting to teach today's class at my friend Loco's place. Loco is a Tufas worker and member, and also a fantastic friend. So I'm just in Philadelphia for the day, and she has opened up her humble space to allow me to teach today's class. So, because we do not have a pull-up bar today, we're going to be focusing our class on two concepts: lower extremity strengthening, so some good strength work for the lower part of our body, as well as some hip opening and a little bit of straight arm strength. In today's straight arm strength class, we're going to be focusing on inversion work, so it's going to be strengthening through handstands. Um, as always, I'm excited for us to get the chance to explore these topics, and if people have questions, please let me know, because that is what this class is about, asking questions and letting me know what I can do to best assist. So today's class, we're going to be doing a deep squat warm-up. So a deep squat is an exercise or it's a position that is meant to be a rest position. So oftentimes people talk about squatting. They talk about squatting as a movement. We put a lot of weight on our back and we do deep squats as a movement. But then there's also squatting as a position. And that's what we're going to be exploring in today's warm-up. Squatting as a position is a rest position. You're meant to be resting in your squat. It's not meant to feel killer activation. However, you may feel that in today's warm-up because you may not access your squat enough times that it feels like it's a relaxed position. It might feel like it is strenuous and that you have to do a lot of work to maintain it. That's okay. All that means is today's warm-up is something that you should visit often. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So squatting as a position. So we're going to just come into a squat position as so. And the big goal here is heels are on the ground. So as you can see here, my heels are on the ground. I'm just going to take my socks off because these are not going to help throughout today's class, especially when we're touching the hip opening topics. So just put that there. So as I come into my squat position, we're going to have a small squat talk. So just taking a moment here to rest in. Heels are on the ground. If this is too difficult for you, you can roll up a towel and put it under your heels so that you're as close as you can on the ground. When it comes to squatting as a movement, lots of rules. Keep your back straight. Try not to let the knees pass the toes. Great rules. When it comes to squatting as a position, as a rest position, not many rules. You can round your back. You can let yourself have your toes be splayed out. And the reason why we have all these rules as squatting as a movement when we're going up and down of keeping the back straight is because you're putting load into the situation. You have like maybe 50 pounds on your back, 200 pounds on your back. So you need a really good foundation in your spine so that it doesn't get hurt. But when you're carrying your body weight, that's not the issue. So that's why we can allow ourselves to have a curved posture in our spine. Unlocking our squat, last thing I'll say before we jump into some exercises here, is so helpful in opening the hips. It's so helpful for the digestive system. It's so good for your ankles to have this level of dorsiflexion. So it really just works its way up the chain, ankle, knee, hip. Almost all, I don't want to say almost all, what I want to say is countries like India, as well as other Eastern Asian countries, have squatting in their lifestyle. So they never lose this. However, you come here in America, we developed the chair, and the chair has killed our mobility. The chair has killed our squat, so we need to regain these patterns. And if you can find yourself developing a habit of coming into a squat for 5-10 minutes a day, you'll save a lot of joint pain in the years to come. So keep your squat in your life, take away the chairs. Let's go ahead and get started. So the very first exercise we're going to be doing here is going to be right hand is going to grab left ankle. The right hand grabs left ankle, with my left elbow, I'm going to touch the ground. I want my heels to stay as low as, to keep my heels completely on the ground. And it's okay if my elbow cannot touch the ground. One day I want it to. So I'm going to try and touch the elbow to the ground, touch the elbow to the sky. And when my elbow touches the sky, I reach up. Bring the hand down, and again we go. Touch the ground, touch the sky. This is rep number 2. Touch the ground, touch the sky. Rep number 3. Ground, sky. 4. And we're going to go for 10 reps, 10-second hold on the last one. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. 10-second hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, other side. Elbow down, elbow up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10-second hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! At this point, you might be feeling like, I cannot sit in this squat for another second. That's okay. Take a break. Stand up. You're fine. Just know that what I recommend for the average person, is that they're able to hold the squat for at least 10 minutes comfortably. My parents, they can hold their squat, because they came from India, 30, 40 minutes. Me, I could only hold my squat for 30 seconds. I had to regain it because I grew up in America and I just sat in a chair. So unfortunately, I lost my squat. Babies can sit in squats for hours because they have, if you ever get the chance to see a baby squat, it is perfect. It's the most beautiful thing ever. And then we put them in preschool and confine them to a chair 10 hours a day. So we're going to get this squat back. We have 2 more exercises we're going to do down here. Come back, join me if you can. Next one we're going to do is I'm going to have my head ducked down and then reach forward. So I'm going to show this from the side view. So I'm here, and what I'm going to do is head comes down, arms reach forward, and up. 10 reps. Down, forward, up. Down, forward, up. Down, forward. This is number 4. Up. Down, forward. 5. Down, forward. 6. Down, forward. 7. Down, forward. 8. Down, forward. 9. Down, forward. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Woo! Feel the squat. Alright, last one we're going to be doing for today's warm-up. So the goal here is to just come into a prayer position. We have elbows inside of our knees, and we just want to bring the elbows down for 10 reps. If this is easy for you, you can go to knuckles, and then you can try there. So 10 reps, 10-second hold on the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Slowly come down to your seat. Keep the knees bent. We're just going to let the knees wave out to the sides. Wave out to the sides. So, for any of my first-time squatters, that was a lot of good information for your body. If it felt like, oh my goodness, my ankle was so tight, my shin was on fire, that just means that's the joint that is stopping you from squatting. If you're like, oh my goodness, I felt it in my hips, like my hips were on fire, well, that means your hips are going to open up. And the solution is squat more. So I usually say try to get 10 minutes every day. You don't have to do it 10 minutes in a row. You can do a minute while you're on a phone call. You can do 30 seconds when you're waiting for food in the microwave. Just something that lets you start bringing movement into your life. It doesn't have to be, I only move for an hour every day. That's not how our physiology was set up. We weren't meant to do an hour workout or be weekend warriors where we spend 2 days trying to get all the movement in our body that we've been missing out on the whole week. So seeing little tips and tricks like this. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be going into some level of hip strengthening and opening. They both look pretty similar. And in between, we're going to be doing some handstand work. So the very first exercise we're going to tune into is a plank. So let's go ahead and show what the plank looks like. So there's a way to do a plank that is and then there's ways to do planks that make them really, really worth your time. So I'm going to be showing what I think is some of the best plank work, and a really good plank turns into a really good handstand. So if you can get yourself to have a nice plank, you'll get yourself to have a nice handstand. So spreading the fingers, I want my hands right under my shoulders, and I'm going to have my pointer fingers parallel to one another. My pointer fingers, they're going to be parallel to each other. Fingers are spread. I grab the ground and I want to turn my elbows back. Practice that. Turn the elbows back. Turn the elbows back. Hold the elbows pointed back. From this position, I'm going to bring one leg back, the second, and I'm going to squeeze the legs together, tighten the stomach, pull in the stomach, and tighten my glutes. So my glutes are tight, my stomach is pulled in, my elbows are pointed back, my fingers are spread, and I'm pulling in the stomach. Holding yourself tight here. Take a moment just to feel this for 3, 2, 1. Great, so that's going to be exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is an air squat. Super underrated, really helpful. Before I give anybody a single weight on their back, I want them to have amazing resiliency in their air squat, like being able to do 100, 150 reps in a day. So we're not going to do that many today, but definitely worth us exploring them. So let's go ahead and show what an air squat can look like. Because we have 0 weight, we're not putting any weight on our backs, I want this to be, as much as it is a strengthening opportunity, but a mobility opportunity. So when I set myself up for my squat, I'm going to have my feet dialed out 5 to 10 degrees, and I'm going to make sure that as I come down, I'm driving hips back, and my spine is straight. So I'm looking here, hips are back, spine is straight, and I don't want you to stop at 90. I want you to go all the way down, and then back up. And as we come down, 3 seconds, at least 3 to 5 seconds on the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, explode. Okay? So 30 seconds we're going to set ourselves up with the plank, then 10 air squats. Let me go ahead and get us a timer. And we're going to do this for 3 sets. This is a nice way to start just tuning into the simplicity of movement, but really getting the most out of it. We don't need complicated movement. I don't teach somebody to do 60 push-ups. I'd rather them do 1 good push-up. So let's get the best plank and the best air squat, and we'll build from there. So coming into the plank, spread the fingers, grab the ground, squeeze the legs together, pull in the stomach, and starting 30 seconds. I'm just going to keep reading out cues, let you tune in a little deeper each time we read them out. Spread the fingers, grab the ground. Turn the elbows back. Pull in the stomach. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze your heels together. Chin comes half an inch back. Keep those elbows, grab the ground, pull in the stomach, and relax. 30 seconds. All right, up next, 10 air squats. So coming down, we're setting ourselves again a little wider than hip width apart. Legs are dialed out, and so we begin. Coming down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back up. All the way down. 4. Drive those hips back. 6. Slow the way down. 7. 8. 9. And last one. 10. Up. All right. 10 reps. How did that feel? I'm going to check if anyone has any questions that I'm missing out on. All right. Coming right back into our plank for the second set. "30 seconds on the clock. Coming in nice and strong. And begin. Fingers are spread. Grabbing the ground. Elbows turn back. Squeeze the legs. Pull in the stomach. Holding strong. I've been sweating. All right. Air squats. 10 reps. Let's begin. 3, 4, 5. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3 reps. 7 more. 6. 5 more. Really control the weight down. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And one last one. Up. Woo. 2 sets. 1 more to go. Coming into the plank and hit. 5 more seconds. Squeeze those legs. Spread the fingers. Pull in the stomach. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Alright, and done with that. And then last set of air squats. One, coming all the way down. Don't stop at 90. Go as low as you can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9. 10. Alright. Fantastic. Take a small break. We're going to give ourselves a 90-second rest and then move into the next element. So as we take the rest, I'm going to be explaining. The next exercise we're going to be doing is we're slowly getting ourselves more and more into a handstand. So no matter what level you are in your handstand, if you've never done one or you're already at like 60-second long handstands, it all comes back to these basics. I practice these all the time. So spreading the fingers, I'm going to grab the hand, I'm going to set myself up in a plank, but this time I'm going to pike at the hips. So the way that that's set up is, here's my plank position back here, and then all I do is I walk the feet forward. Do not turn it into a down dog. We don't want the shoulders coming back. I want your shoulders right over your hands, just like that. And we're going to do 30-second holds there. Great tool for strengthening and also to start getting the feel of what a handstand is going to feel like. So we'll just take a small break. We're going to do that, followed by a hip opening exercise. So 1 strength, 1 hip opening, 1 strength, 1 hip opening, and that's how we're setting up today's class. Just giving ourselves the last bit of that 90-second break. Amazing. All right, let's do it. Hands underneath shoulders. Spread the fingers. We're going to bring shoulders over the wrists. Squeeze the legs together. Pull in the stomach. Same thing, fingers are spread. It's the exact same cues as the plank. Fingers are spread. Turn the elbows back. Grab the floor. Pull in the stomach. Squeeze the legs. Pull in the stomach. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Next up, we have the Cossack squat. Cossack squat is kind of like an air squat, except it's not like an air squat, in the sense that what we're going to be doing is hips are twice the width apart, and you're going to let yourself bend the one leg while the other maintains its length. So both heels stay on the ground at all times. You bend one leg while the other stays straight. As we do these, let yourself be honest about your depth. Don't go deeper than you have the strength to return. So if you go super deep, make sure that you have the strength to not use any hands. Hands can be behind the head, hands can be across the chest. I like my hands usually out to the side, but do not put them on your thighs to push yourself back up. Alright, same cueing, 5 seconds on the way down. We're going to do 10 on the left, 10 on the right. Okay? So let's go ahead and start off with the left, 10 reps. So coming down, as slow as we can, touch, right back up. Down, slow as I can, touch, right back up. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And up. No hands. Other side. 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10-second hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push yourself back up. Boom. Perfect. Alright. Coming right into planks, we're going to give ourselves just a 30-second break and then repeat those 2. Going for 3 sets. Woo. If the Cossack squat is easy, feel free to add some weight. I don't mind as long as we're following basic rules of keeping the spine straight. I suggest a dumbbell that you hold here. So you can hold a dumbbell as you do your reps. Alright, coming into the second set for our plank. Fingers, again, spread apart. Pointer fingers are parallel. Wrists are right under shoulders. And we pike at the hips. Squeeze the legs together. Squeeze them together and lean into the hands. Really lean into the hands. If you can go even past your shoulders, go ahead. Let's start gaining some strength here. Alright, 30 seconds. Perfect. Next up, 10 Cossack squats, each side. Bending this leg, keeping the other straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, last one, 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 10 reps, 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one. Make sure you're breathing, 10-second hold. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Woo! Those are no joke. Give ourselves a minute rest. Let ourselves get juiced back up for our third and final set. If anyone has any questions, please type them in. Let me know what the experience is like. All right, let's go into third set, starting off with the plank, 30-second hold. We're doing a pike's plank. Really great in developing stable shoulders and good handstand strength. All right, 30 seconds. Holding ourselves up, leaning in, spread the fingers. All right. Third and final set of the Cossacks. Yippee! I'm sure these are all our favorite at this moment. Just try and adapt to this heat wave that hit us. Alright, third and final set. Bending in the leg, keeping the other straight. 1, 2. Heels are on the ground. This toe can lift up at the end. 3. So notice right there my toe lifts up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, more, 9, final one, 10-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, other side, 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, last 2, 9, final one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up. Woo! No joke. That is no joke. Alright, we're going to just have 2 final exercises for today and ending off with some breath work. So let's go ahead and come into a 90-second rest, and then we're going to show off these 2 flashy last exercises. Alright, we have about 40 seconds left in our rest break. What we're going to be doing in this final series is handstand split hops, and then also split squats. So handstand split hops and split squats. What a combo. So handstand split hops, we're coming into that same position that we just started off with, where we're in a pike over the wrist. Fingers are spread, grab the ground, hips are high, and I'm going to let one hip or one leg reach up. As one leg reaches up, the other stays towards the ground, and I'm going to have myself do 3 hops. Lean forward before you hop. 1, 2, 3. As so. The goal here is we're going to do 3 on each side, and then we're going to do split squats, 6 reps each side. Okay, so let's show that one more time with this handstand split hops. We're going to do 3 reps. What I want you to focus in on is don't kick the top leg. Top leg is up in the air. Keep it up, but do not kick it up. So if you look here, I do not want this. I I don't want any of this going on where we're like kicking. You see how that back leg is kicking? Instead, keep it up and let just the bottom leg jump. Jump. Okay? So, let's go ahead. We're going to try 3 reps on each side and then right into front foot split squats. So, leaning forward, fingers are spread, grabbing the ground, elbows are turned back, one leg is up, 3 hops. 1, 2, 3. Other side, right leg is up, leaning forward, 3 hops. 1, 2, final 1, 3. If you're getting air time, keep it, but it's okay if you're not. This is just the beginning of you feeling what it's like to get some of that elevation. Next up is the split squat. So 3 reps on each side, just like we did there. Now we're going to do 6 reps on each side for the split squat. So the way that a split squat works is I set myself up in a staggered stance. Front foot, toes are pointed forward. Back foot, toes are also pointed forward, or they can be slightly turned out. With my leg that is forward, I want to bend the knee so much so that the heel touches my glute. It's okay if you don't get that low, but that's the goal. You can let your knee pass your toes on this one. I want you to let it pass your toes. Heel stays on the ground. So right here. That's 1. So we're going to go for 6 reps. Yes, you're going to feel a deep, deep stretch here. That's okay. Invite it. 6 reps. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, final 1, 6. Other side. 6 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, final 1, 6. Woo! All right. 30-second or 60-second break, and then we're going to do that for 2 more sets. Hopefully at this point we're starting to feel, as we've been attending these classes, an opportunity to feel a little more opening in the hips, a little more strength as we're coming into these ranges, and also a little bit just more integration, because that's one of the biggest keys in the overall body intelligence, is to start developing a blueprint that lets your body feel connected with itself. Like if I move my left hand, my feet know where my hand is, my elbow knows where my knee is, and the whole system becomes integrated, which is why we're honing in so much on these cues, so that you have body intelligence start to develop. So, 30 seconds. or not, sorry, we're not doing placing, we're not 30 seconds, 3 hops on each side. So set yourself up, shoulders over the wrists, fingers are spread, one leg comes up in the air, 3 hops. 1, 2, and 3. Other side, leaning forward, 1, 2, 3. Woo. All right, fantastic. Moving into the split squat. So again, coming into a staggered stance, 6 reps each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, final one, 6. All right, 6 reps other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, final one, 6. All right, 60-second rest, and then we have one final set. Shake out the legs. All right, coming into the final sequence, 3 hops on each side. See if you can get a little more air time. The key to the air time is lean into the shoulders before you hop. So what I mean by that is do not let your shoulders come back here. Keep your shoulders over the wrists. And if you can lean even past the wrists, that'll help you get much more control over your air time. So one leg is up, leaning forward. And it's okay if we don't get it today. 3 hops. 1, 2, 3. Holding if you can. Other side. Begin. 1, 2, 3. And down. All right. 6 hops each side. Or not 6 hops. 6 split squats each side for the final set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, final one, 6. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Ooh. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. As one final minute, we're gonna actually take some time to let our joints shake out. So why is shaking so helpful? It's just a good way to keep fluid from accumulating in an area that might have been overly sensitive. Oftentimes, people can get minute swelling in their ankles, their knees, and their wrists, just from activity like this. So ending with a little bit of shake is a great way to get some of that fluid moving out so that you don't develop some level of buildup in those joints. So what we're going to do, very simple, shake it out. So we're going to start with wrists, and we're going to just let ourselves shake out the wrists, and then we're going to move into one leg at a time and the other leg. Not complicated, actually a lot of fun, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and try it out. Ready? So just shake out the wrists here. We'll just keep it a loose 30 seconds. We don't have to measure it like crazy. Let the wrists become completely dead and just let your body start healing the rest. So in this wrist shake out, I'm just going up and down, up and down, up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping it in the wrist, we're going to go in this dimension. Everyone see that? That's thumb and pinkies. And begin taking it out. Three, 2, 1. Great. Let's go ahead and come into our left leg, shaking it out. It's very hard to do because if you're so used to just tensing your legs up instead of letting them soften underneath you, it takes practice. We just want to weight the one leg, let the other come into the air, and shake it out. Let the ankle become loose. Let all the joints become loose, and just let yourself start to shake, shake, shake. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. And begin. Shake, 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 shake. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Coming into a seated position, we have a few minutes left. I'm going to dedicate these last couple minutes to a stillness exercise. So come into a position that feels comfortable for you. I usually suggest half kneeling or short kneeling, or you can also come into crisscross. So as we come into the position that we choose, we're going to set ourselves up where we start to allow the muscles within our body to relax. Letting it start with the muscles within our face, softening, and letting that softness travel down the shoulders, letting it feel as though our chest is going to fall off of our body. That's how relaxed our chest is. And as we start to find this softness, beginning to let stillness take over. As we enter this stillness for the next 3 to 4 minutes, letting this be an opportunity to not only find stillness in our body, but stillness in the mind. Sensation, letting sensation slowly return to the body, bringing small, soft movements back in. As always, I am very, very grateful to get to teach this class. It really is an exciting time for me to get to show movement in a way that feels intelligent and building. As much as I love getting the chance to be involved in dynamic practices, sometimes when you get super dynamic, you kind of lose what it means to be consistent. And so these types of movements that we get to show here are meant to be somewhat consistent, where we're constantly touching similar topics and movement, Cossack squats, air squats, and that's so that we can build in those movements. However, hopefully there is also enough dynamics in here that you feel like you're learning something new about your body. As always, I'm grateful, and as Tufas opens up, I'm excited to start climbing with everyone and just getting the chance to kick it. So yeah, grateful for everyone here, and until next time on Thursday.